Welcome back to Star Wars with a Caramel Twist, everyone. I'm Kennedy Rizzo.
And I'm Cooper Lee. Today, we're tackling a question that sparks endless debate. That is, who's a real Mandalorian? You got Jango Fett, Boba Fett, Din Djarin, and so many others. So, who truly counts, and who's just wearing armor? Subscribe and say hello on one or all of the socials. We can't thank you enough, dear listeners, and be sure to share this episode with the Star Wars fan in your life.
By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly where each of them fits into the Mandalorian creed. And trust me, the answer isn't as simple as it looks.
That's it. That's truly how these conversations go, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
We're doing good to come out of this. I'm not confused, right?
That's right.
So some say Jango is not a Mandalorian, but others call him the ultimate Mandalorian. And Boba, he actually denies it for most of his life.
Din Djarin, he lives and dies by the creed. That's what makes him the true believer and why fans argue so much.
Yeah. So before we dive in, make sure to join in on the Star Wars chat on socials.
That's right, because this is going to be absolutely fire.
That's it. Opinions are heated, and you'll want to be part of this conversation.
Booyah! You're like, stop.
All good.
All right, so here's what we're answering in this episode. Who's actually a Mandalorian? Are Jango, Boba, and Din related? How old are they? How important is the armorer? And why does Grogu completely change Din's life?
Totally. I love these questions. I'm looking forward to the answers myself.
Me too, Coob. So now we know the creed isn't a religion, it's a cultural code. This is the way isn't just a catchphrase. It's about loyalty, honor, found family, and survival.
And here's the kicker. There's no single Mandalorian culture. Warrior clans, pacifists under Duchess Satine, extremist groups like the Children of the Watch all have their own interpretation.
Din Djarin comes from the Children of the Watch. And that's a group so strict that removing your helmet in front of others is basically excommunication. That's part of what makes him a true Mandalorian.
So Jango Fett, also a foundling, trained and raised by Mandalorians, wearing Beskar armor. By tradition, he absolutely counts as a Mandalorian.
Boba, biologically Mandalorian, but culturally he walks his own path until later embracing community and legacy.
So even before we look at individual characters, it's clear. Mandalorian identity is complex. mix, and that's why debates rage online.
Stay tuned, because in just a few minutes, we'll break down each of these 3 Mandalorians and explain why the creed means something very different for all of them. See, that is so cool. Oh!
I know, it's so rich in history, isn't it?
It is. It is. And I mean, I'm excited about this because, again, I'm very late in the game. So I'm kind of coming along for the ride and enjoying what I'm absorbing in the story. So this is pretty cool for myself. And I know the archivers feel the same.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, because as we've stated in so many episodes previous to this, that Star Wars is such a vast universe. There's so many rich characters in it, and they have their history upon history. And, it's just the tip of the iceberg, truly.
Oh, yes. That's an understatement.
Yeah, we talk about deep dives. You could really deep dive seriously into these characters. It's insane.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's clear the biggest myth, though. And that's Din Djarin is not biologically related to Jango or Boba.
Exactly. And, like when you hear the term Mandalorian, that might be exactly what you would put them, like, kind of somehow related distantly, even potentially.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
They're wearing the same kind of helmets and things like that. So at first glance, you might go, yeah. Even someone like Bo-Katan, you might be like, yeah, there's some sort of history and they are linked. So no blood relation at all. But Mandalorians don't define family by blood alone, which is interesting.
See, you need to tell folks like me, the novice, that's kind of information, because we would just kind of classify it that way. So I appreciate this. Thank you, sis. But Jango and Boba is an unmodified clone of Jango. Same DNA, different upbringing. Jango raised Boba as his son.
Yeah, and Din, he's a foundling, an orphan adopted into the Mandalorian culture. That actually makes him extremely Mandalorian by tradition.
Okay, so we got no blood relation, but all 3 count as Mandalorian in different ways.
It kind of reminds you of families that you can see on a day-to-day. Kind of, you adopt people because you're close, you have a lot in common, they kind of become your family. Some people are actually physically adopted into a family or, fostered or whatever. Like, grandparents raise grandkids. There's all types of family out there.
Yes.
So it's interesting what actually brings people together.
I love that.
Yeah. It gives it that human side to where you can identify with the stories. It's really cool.
Yes, and I think in real life, reality has lost that touch, unfortunately. So this is nice to be able to go into our imaginations through these good storylines and recapture what you just described.
Fantastic, right? We love it.
Totally love it. Jango Fett often sparks debate. In the Clone Wars, Prime Minister Almec says, he's just a common bounty hunter. Hey, dude.
What's common about that?
What you talking?
He's like, I'm Jango Fett. Excuse me. You are excused.
That's right. And he snaps his finger if he has fingers. Just kidding. That might help.
So, obviously that's politically motivated at best.
Yeah. Canon confirms Jango was a foundling raised by Mandalorians, so he counts. His Beskar armor? Not something you'd pick up at a space Walmart.
What? They have everything else.
They have failed.
It's right there beside the blue milk, right? Or your Java juice.
Hello, Dad. Take your seat. I'll be right with you. You want a cup of Java juice? Oh, yes. Thank you.
So, Jango lived roughly 44 years, born in 66 BBY, that is before the Battle of Yavin, and died 22 BBY of the same explanation.
Ah, cool.
Skills, armor, training, you name it, by every Mandalorian standard, he is legit.
That's right. So here we go. We're going to wrap this up on Jango. He's skilled, traditional Mandalorian, the origin story.
Yep. So we're loving that we're able to kind of marry some of these things together. Hopefully it's kind of gelling and creating more of a picture as we go along. Feel free to hit us up. Tell us what you know. Explain things if you see it a different way or understood it a different way. We are always open to discussion. Put it down in the comments. We will read and reply to all of them.
That's right. This is what this is about.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so moving on, we got Boba. He's trickier.
Yeah.
Biologically, he's Jango's clone. So yes, culturally, for years, he rejects Mandalorian identity.
Yeah, but later, in the book of Boba Fett, that is the series that you could find on Disney Plus. He starts embracing leadership and legacy, very Mandalorian values. And what's cool about that is with these series, we were able to see some storylines that seem like they just abruptly ended, right? Because it ended in the movie. You saw him go down a gullet, right? You thought he was gone. No.
Yeah.
This series comes along and says, yeah, he didn't die, and here we know more about him. So some reviews are mixed on some of these things, but it's cool that if you are someone who likes a little bit deeper story on these characters that have become beloved in other ways, you like to see how things kind of continue on. So it's very cool.
Correct. Thanks for that rundown, Coop. So Boba's timeline, he was created in 32 BBY, the battle before Yavin.
Yeah.
During the Mandalorian era, which was 9 through 11 ABY, after the Battle of Yavin, he's about 41 to 43 years old, so younger than Din, but with more emotional mileage.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously going to be seeing and doing a lot during that time, and that is like, this is a Star Wars saga, right? This is the Skywalker part of the story, so it's huge. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. Yeah, he did see a lot. So Boba, cloned by DNA, as we mentioned, self-made Mandalorian by choice. Din ends up holding the Darksaber without ever wanting it. That is huge.
It is the Darksaber.
Yeah.
I do like this.
So cool.
Yeah. This was forged by Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi, and this symbolizes leadership, power, and legacy. Entire wars have been fought over it.
That's it. Again, we are talking about Din. Least politically ambitious Mandalorian we have seen. Yet he carries the most important symbol of power, as we just stated.
That's right. But collision alert. Strict belief versus historical power. The creed versus the crown. Din is stuck in the middle.
Yeah, no one wants to be there. Let's admit it, right? Like being where you can go either side and you've got demands on you and you've got everybody looking your direction. Come this way, go that way. It's not a good place to be. It's very taxing. We'll just say that. So Din, ultimate follower of the creed, chosen by circumstance, not ambition.
Yeah, see, with those shooting around your head or it's your person, no wonder it's uncomfortable. It's a little uncomfortable, see?
What's the matter with you?
Facts. Facts.
Stop shooting this way. I'll blast you back.
That's right.
Cough, cough. Okay, so the armor is the soul of Mandalorian culture. Not just the blacksmith. She's historian. That's right. She's
Yeah.
a judge, therapist with a hammer. Okay, now we're talking.
That's it. And she is really pretty cool as a character and, brings so much authority. Is seen as somebody who is your go-to person. Maybe not something you would really want, but you know what? She handles it well. She interprets the creed, redeems, and preserves knowledge, and fights for continuity, not glory.
She's a bad mamma jamma, isn't she?
Yes, good words.
I'm Team Armorer. Anyway, Armorer. We got cultural backbone, not battlefield hero. So she didn't need all that. She's got it upstairs.
That's it.
That is just too darn cute. I don't even know.
Can't stand it how cute he is.
He is. Oh my goodness. You just want to eat him. He's like a little cookie.
He is. Oh my gosh, so cute.
So now that we're all in the mood to talk about Grogu, baby Grogu, he changes everything. So first a job, then a responsibility, then a son.
Yes. And, Din, he breaks the creed for Grogu. And how do you not? Like, he is just, like you said, scrumdiddlyumptious. Like, seriously. There's no words to describe how cute and sweet he is.
He really is.
Yeah. And I mean, it led to what Din had lived his whole life not doing. He removes the helmet. What? Gets with this baby. And he defies tradition.
Yep. We already spoke about that a few minutes ago, the removing the helmet and how the gravity of that. So yeah, Grogu was worth that though.
Oh yes.
So Mandalorian culture values foundlings above all. Din sees Grogu as family, not Jedi.
So here we are wrapping up in this tight bow here. We have Din plus Grogu. We have family over rules. So that's basically a very human story, right? Like it should be. That's a way to really understand the connection. Mm-hmm. People do things for their children. At least you should,
That's right. The operative word, should. Take note, parents.
Yeah. So here we go. We had Jango. We discussed him thoroughly. We talked about Boba, the Fetts. And then we're left finally with Din Djarin. These three Mandalorians, three different paths. So we're not saying one's right. We're not saying one's wrong. We're just saying how they became what they became.
Yeah, three distinctive, very clear perspectives on how they were going about their responsibilities and their place in the story. So
that's it.
So we're going to do a real quick recap again. Coop just gave it, but again, we're going to go through what they actually were about. Very different perspectives, but Jango, he was about origin, tradition, and skill. Boba was independence, choice, and eventual community. Then belief, adherence, and ultimate responsibility. A little stinky baby.
Yeah. The ultimate responsibility.
That's right. He wants his cookie.
Oh, gosh. Oh, makes you want to just go hug on your little stuffed one, right?
Oh, that's right, because we have them.
Would not be denied. So, legacy ties them all together, symbolized by the dark saber. We love that so much.
Yes.
And the creed.
Blood? No, not always. Belief? Sometimes. Choice? Always. 3 Mandalorians, 3 paths, 1 question. What does it really mean to be a Mandalorian?
Blood, belief, or something you choose.
Yeah.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
Either way, this is
The way.